Hi, welcome to my channel. I have a Saab 93 2005 and I have a message on the seat unit. It says battery doesn't charge. Batterie ne charge pas. So it's telling us to stop the car. So I'm gonna show you why the message is on and what to do to fix the problem. Welcome to my channel. I have a Saab 93 2005 and there is a message on the seat unit. It says that the alternator is not charging and stop the car. So when we get a message like that, you better stop the car. And if you are on the highway, shut down all your electricity like the fan, AC and accessories wherever you can, the radio and of course the light you can close them, shut them up, but shut off all the electricity in the car. So you can drive maybe a couple kilometers more before the car will die on you. So if you are on the highway, try to exit right away, if you can, of course. So if you're getting this message intermittently, better you visit the garage because one day or another the car will stop. So I'm gonna show you quickly how to test the alternator. So the engine is running right now and the alternator is supposed to, the output is supposed to be between 13.5 and 14 volts. So basically we're just gonna check the output of the alternator. So we need a multimeter, any kind of multimeter, doesn't matter which one. So we set it at volts, DC volts. I'm setting at DC and volts. And right now we're gonna put the negative here and the positive here, and we get a reading. So the reading is 11.73. So we're getting a reading 11.73, which is basically less than the battery voltage. So the battery voltage, when it's stable, is 12.6. So that's when everything is basically, there's no consumptions. It's supposed to be 12.6, and then I'm just gonna check the battery voltage again now. So the car is not running right now. So the battery voltage is 12.1. But it's supposed to be 12.6, and that because the alternator is not charging, is going down. So one more time, the charging, if you have a voltmeter, put it on the battery and see if you're getting between 13.5 and 14 volts. Anything below 12.6, your alternator is not doing nothing at all. So it's basically is dead. So in this video I'm going to show you how to replace an alternator. So if in case I remove the alternator and you notice the tensioner is not good on it, I have another video previously on how to remove the tensioner, but in this video I'm gonna focus on how to replace the alternator. The first thing, the tools that you need: 12 female Torx, a ratchet, 7mm socket with a small ratchet, 10mm socket. You don't need a lot of tools except a couple of sockets and a Torx 25 and a tensioner releasing tool. The tip of the tensioner is similar to the ratchet, but if you have a space you can insert a ratchet. If your ratchet is too big, I don't think you can do that, but this is a tool. It's skinny enough to go in the area and to remove the belt. So let's go ahead and start. So first, we're gonna start by disconnecting the negative side. So always disconnect the negative side first, and the purpose of doing that because you don't want to create a spark. So if your ratchet it touches on the ground, on the body of the car, you don't create any spark. So if you create spark and you had a lot of, and the battery was on a charger and you created a spark, there's always a danger of exploding the battery because of hydrogen gases. So basically, work in a well ventilated area and make sure don't get too close to the battery. Don't disconnect things close to the battery while right after you charge the battery. For example, for 4 or 5 hours, and especially when you put it on a fast charge. So right now I'm gonna remove the negative pole, put it on the side, here. And the second step is we're gonna remove the air filter. Loosen up the clamp over here. Loosen the clamp. Disconnect the connector for the mass airflow. And remove the hose. I'm gonna remove the air filter at the same time. So if it's dirty, you clean it at the same time while you are there. So I'm gonna remove the air filter, 25 torques. Lift up the air filter. As you see, there are some dirt over here, that, for example, a dead butterfly and another leaf over here. So you just clean them out and clean that before you put it back. So I'm gonna remove this. Okay, remove the filter housing. So right now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the ECU. Gonna remove the ECU. So when you remove the ECU, avoid putting your fingers on the contacts, because our body sometimes we have static electricity and can damage the ECU. It doesn't happen often, but just be careful. And sometimes you throw your ECU on the table and you touch the tools, you bend the terminals, stuff like that. So make sure you when you remove it, just put it on the side in a safe place. So I'm gonna remove the bolts for the ECU. We have 4 10mm bolts. There's another one over here. So I'm gonna disconnect the ECU, push the two plastic underneath and open it at the same time. So it helps to remove the ECU. Same thing over here. And remove the ECU from the way. So don't touch this terminal, just put it on the side in a safe place. So I'm gonna put it right there. So I'm gonna insert the tool over here. As you see, I'm gonna remove the belt. I'm gonna push this one. I'll remove the belt. So remove the belt completely. So the next thing I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna use this tool. If you don't have a tool like this, you have to use your pliers, but I'm gonna use this tool to release the clamps, spring-loaded clamps. So first here we're gonna remove a connector. I'm gonna remove this connector for the AC, put it on the side. You can drain the antifreeze from the radiator at the right hand side. There's a drain plug, you can drain from there if you want. But here I'm gonna remove it with tighten it with this tool. Loosen the clamp by using this tool and siphon a little bit of the leftovers. Alternator, Torx 12. We're gonna loosen them. 1, 2, 3. Disconnect the connector. Remove the connector for the alternator. They are the same length as you see. The upper ones I removed too. Bolt number 3, same length again. And bolt number 4, again the same length. Remove the cable. This is the positive cable. And we're gonna try to remove it from here. So that's how to remove the alternator. So this is the new alternator. It's made by Bosch, and the part number is it's over here. This is the part number. Maybe at least 4 models. This 4-cylinder, there's 6-cylinder, there's automatic, manual, so they are all different. But this alternator, this car is manual, so this part number is for this car. So I'm gonna clean the terminal, the positive terminal, and we're gonna put back the alternator. So this will be the part 1 on how to replace an alternator. So thanks for watching.